By the sounds of the keyboard clicking, it appears that we're getting ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting episode of StarCraft 2 Action. I am your co-host, Captain Canuck, aka the Real Winter Soldier. And alongside me is my man, Xenodactyl. How you doing?
Hello. Been waiting for this one almost a week.
Too long.
It's been in the works, and
I can't even count as high as a week.
I know, right? But yeah, it's good to be back in casting with you.
Heck yeah, my man. It's been too long. Now, can you explain to the good people of the world what is about to happen here? As you're the one that organized it, so it's probably best if you explain.
Yeah. So this is an appreciation show match. We have show matches often enough, but hang on, let me just start the game for the players while we load in. I'll just tell you about it. And it occurred to me, I don't know, some time ago that Lanfear actually is a paramedic in Michigan, and so it's one of those things that, amidst the current world crisis, I felt it was good to just give some recognition to people like him that work on the front lines, and they're like, everyday heroes in a sense. So I thought we'd have a show match and just to say thanks to all the things people do in and outside of StarCraft.
I like it, guys. And to start this off, to say thanks, we're giving you a chance to say thanks by using that Matrino and cheer for these players. First off, the man of the hour. The man, this is all for our paramedic hero. Give it up for the Orange Terran Lanfear.
And in the bottom left, his opponent. It is the Green Zerg. It is Snap XD.
Yo. Alrighty. So, Lanfear, someone who has been seen in many a TvZ show match here on Alpha X. It seems that this is the only thing that anyone ever asks him to do. I wonder if he ever gets tired of it. Doesn't seem so, because he keeps saying yes. But his opponent is not Sun Lily this time. It's Snap XD, the recent winner of the Potato League, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes?
Yeah. Snap is a former Masters. It was some time ago. I wanted to say about a year since he's been Masters. I'm not entirely certain on that, so don't quote me. But essentially, he's always on that, high Diamond 1, low Masters threshold, and he's been showing some really good tournament results. It wasn't just the Potato League. He also had a deep run in, I think, Recall? Or was it Grumpy Games? I don't know.
It was the Recall. He won the Recall as
Okay.
well.
Thank you.
Oh, the SCV wins! Yo! The epic battle. First bullet. Bit unfortunate, but the second drone is coming. Will he get denied by the Reaper? Yes, he will. Gonna have to go and make himself into an extractor. Excellent delay here out of Lanfear. Gonna be able to start to pick up away at these Zerglings to keep that third base from going up when Snap wants him to. Nice Nicely played. Lanfear off to a good start, but third base will finally get there. But that's A-OK. Factory on the way. And Lanfear's going to keep going with his groove. Nothing but standard right now, Mr. Zeno.
Yeah, I think that's how most of these games are probably going to look. I think for the most part, they're pretty standard players. Occasionally, Snap will go for an aggressive opener of some sort. I hesitate to say cheese necessarily because, like, he'll back up onto his macro, so, like, But, yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm always good for a good old standard macro game. My PVTs seem to always become that. I can't successfully cheese Terran anymore. Terran's gotten too good at defending me, so I just have to outpower them as the Protoss race is good at that. But we're moving forward, and Falmir asked where he can find the Matcherino code. Use exclamation point Matcherino to find it. And you'll be able to get all that information. Cloaked Banshee going to be the initial harassment here out of Lanfear. Technically, you could call the Hellions harassment, but they're so standard and good for playing. They may not actually truly harass. But 16 Zerglings already on the way for Snap here, Zeno. We're going to have some pressure? Or is this just defend? I feel like that's too much for defense.
16 is actually kind of standard for something like a 2-1-1. But, and Lanfear Snap tends to like his links to begin with. So it's kind of like a little bit more than he needs for those Hellions, as they are gone now. But it also allows him to kind of like, delay a third or something.
Okay, makes sense. It felt like a bit much for me, but it's actually going to allow Snap to put some pressure on Lanfear.
Yeah, with this down.
Close door, just barely in time. That was a bit too close for comfort. That SEV, the SEV has to hope the RNG gods bless him to stay on the right side of this command center for the Lings to not kill him off. But this is keeping the Banshee at home for now. Or no, where'd the Banshee go? Where'd she go? Oh no, she is at home, just off screen. So yeah, guys, keeping the Banshee at home, not harassing like Lanfear wants. This is going to allow Snap to be able to get up his tech. He's getting 2 Evolution Tapers, just got a Baneling Nest to finish, getting his 4th base going, and continuing to drone up at a nice 52 so far. And after a nice delay out of Lanfear, it's been Snap all the way.
Yeah, he's going to get this scout as well, so he should have a pretty clear idea of what's on the table for Lanfear.
Yeah, he sees the 2 additional barracks going up. That factory's going to go back onto the tech lab. It's going to most likely be for tanks. I'm hoping that we'll see some drilling claws potentially soon with the Ling Bane play that Snap's going for. Drilling claw, Widow Mine, horrible idea. Double Banshee here now across the map, though, going to start to pick away at just some links. No micro actually coming out of this here out of Lanfear, so one of them is whittling away at the Baneling. That's not exactly what you want to be doing. But no detection quite yet over here. There are no Overseers on the map, as the lair is not quite yet done, so these Banshees kind of wasting an opportunity here, Zeno.
Yeah, they're not even shooting at the same thing.
Tad unfortunate there, but Stim's done, and Lanfear kept both of them alive, so there is that. At least there's that, so there's still potential for more damage to be done later on. But he's focused on getting his 3rd base and getting that economy going. Snap up to 60 drones, going to be getting another 5 here. 10 Overlords, my word!
Well, when you need supply.
80 supply at once. How do you spend a bank, Zerg players? That's how you build a bunch of Overlords. The Mass Overlord strat has been tried in pro games before. It is a pro strat. I do recommend trying it at some point in your professional career. So everyone remember, Mass Overlord. Jaedong did it. You can too. 30 more Lings on the way. Baneling speed. 1-1 completing. Hydralisk den just done. And now we're going into the macro game. The production is online for both players, and they are going to be rearing up for the more explosive battles that we know and love in this in the legendary TvZ matchup. But who has the edge right now, Zeno?
I would say it's fairly even. We are still seeing both players kind of get into that like uh, strong mid game composition that they're wanting to go for. Lanfear is probably going to start pushing soon. He's getting his medevacs, his tanks are here, and I imagine he'll move across the map? Question mark.
Theoretically, that's what we're going to be hoping to see soon. He's just continuing to build stuff up. Creep Spirit's okay. Could be a little bit better at this point, but these players are just low masters, so there's only so much you can expect. The Sim City, though, had a snap at the natural. I am digging it. That is some sweet, sexy Sim City right there. Nothing's getting by that, I have to say. But there you're talking about the move out starting for Lanfear here just before the 9-minute mark. He's moving out. 51 army supply. Snap's got himself a good lead, and it's looking like the Lings might be able to jump on top of these tanks before they siege up. The siege tanks sieging up only as the Lings are attacking. The first wave becomes clear, but the Banlings trying to run across the beach. Nice split so far. The tanks got cleaned up, but nice splits from the Marines. There shouldn't be enough to clean up the Banlings with a little bit left over, but there's enough Zerg left, and he's just going to have to load up into the medevac, and that was a good trade for Lanfear.
A moment ago, there was very little creep on this lane that Lanfear pushed, but before he actually got the chance to push, Snap dropped like 4 creep tumors and moved them a couple times, and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, this is a lot more of a defendable position than it was earlier. The trade still was decent, but I think Lanfear was anticipating to get a little bit farther with that.
So Snap with this new run by, but there's enough tanks here and Marines to shut that down very easily. 2-2 nearly complete for Snap here. There are 85 creep tumors on the map. I am so grateful that creep tumors do not count as buildings in the Masters.
Well, that would be a little bit unfortunate for whatever opponent had to clear that.
Amen. The final links are going to get cleaned up. Planetary going for the 4th base here. Snap now has his 5th base online. Getting that
with that 5th base established, as you mentioned, and this creep so prolific, I think Lanfear has his work cut out for him. He is going to send this triple medevac drop over to the natural, and it's kind of a late reaction from, or lack thereof, from Snap. He seems okay. There he goes now. Like he was almost musing on the idea that, hey, maybe an attack will come from this direction. He gets the Baneling Nest, does Lanfear, and he picks up, leaves his tank as it cannot be saved, loses a medevac, and joins up with this reinforcing push right on the creep. Very nice sequence of maneuvers. He's going to be able to get a number of queens that were coming over to extend the creep lane, and ultras are out now though, and with the hydras as well. This is looking like a relatively decent, fantastic cleanup, in fact, for Snap.
Very nicely done. Just overwhelming army supply, a 40 army supply lead. We do have 2 Liberators and 3 tanks at a time. Lanfear deciding tanks are the play. But that is just so much Zerg. You're going to have quite a defensible position, and I don't think it is here. There are Thors, though. Thors are going to be coming in to reinforce this. The tank's going to siege up, but the Zerg swarm is just going to wrap its gross arms around Zerg, force the hug of death around this planetary from the Zerg arsenal. Finally, another tank.
He's lost so many Marine Banes, Marines to the Wing Bane. He can't really support the front line as well anymore.
No, and there was a time where there was no Marine production going on at all. We're back to 9 at a time. There are 5 barracks producing right now, but I don't think 9 at a time is enough right now, Zeno.
I mean, essentially, Snap is on an endgame composition, and Lanfear is still struggling to get his 4th up.
Yeah, is not looking ideal, folks. Adrenal Glands is on the way. Crack is going to be dealt to these Zerglings. The Spire almost completed. Be able to get that Greater Spire to move towards the Broodlords. Liberators are not going to be able to be the right answer for that. With a couple of Thors that were out, but now dead, there's not going to be much of an answer to Broodlords once they show up. There was 6 drones that died somewhere.
Yeah, there was a Liberator on the 5th or something. I saw it, but I'm not sure which base is which anymore.
Lanfear showing no fear in the face of this Zerg danger, going to start to move out to clear some creep, which is surpassing the halfway point of this map. But the Bane train is moving on up. The siege tanks are sieging up much earlier, and all of them die without hitting a single bio unit.
This is a decent tank count, so if he can find a good place to engage and he can put on some pressure, but oh no. Lings are on the 4th again. Oh, and there's still creep here.
Oh, this is rough goings for Lanfear right now, but he does have 14 big daddy tanks, and he's starting to leapfrog them.
He doesn't have that much time. If these Broodlords come out whenever he decides to morph them, they will eat all the tanks, and his main advantage would be wiped from the slate.
Now the mistake that Snap has going here is he's not making his Greater Spire. Spire completed, but he never started the Greater one. So Lanfear actually has a lot more time than he should, really, at this point. But
Right.
The catch-22 is no 4th base, and here comes the big surround here, the 180-degree surround. Lanfear's gonna tap out GG. Snap's going up 1-0. Good game, guys. Good starting action. And is it loser picks map number 2? Yeah. Right on. So yeah, just power of Zerg, guys.
Yeah, he just took a really defensive stance, and he never let go of his lead that he slowly accrued throughout the game.
Well, the key there is don't let Zerg have map control. There's not much you can help it. Lanfear, I think, gave up his Hellions too early. I mean, those 16 Lings were a bit of a surprise. I don't think you usually expect to see that as a Terran that soon for when you only have 4 Hellions.
I feel like the bigger issue was actually his Banshees. They missed their largest window of, like, in terms of where he was supposed to get damage. If we look throughout the course of that game, his Banshees were idle over a base that had no Spore Crawler, and the lair was miles away.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And then after that one half send them across the map to idle, I didn't see them for the rest of the game. I have no idea what happened to them. I'm assuming they died somewhere.
Yeah,
but
I think Hydra's question mark.
I'm sure, if not that, Ed is something. But definitely not ideal. So we're gonna need to see a little bit more out of Lanfear right now, though. But he's no rookie. He's played over 12,000 games on his account, guys. He's a good solid 4.246 KMMR. But Snap's been on a tear lately. He knows what he's doing, so let's see if Lanfear can turn it around. This is a Everdream here. Bit of a shorter rush distance. I have not been enjoying Zergs rushing me on this map so far. So I pray for Lanfear's soul. Lanfear's account is older than I am, so it's a Falmir. Alright, Alright, let's switch these overlays here as we get into game numero dos, people. Get freaky, get funky, get ready. Because we're about to see game number 2. Zeno, can you take it away?
Alright, in the upper right, as the orange Terran, it is the one, the only, Lanfear.
Channeling his inner Big Gabe. And in the bottom left, he's been on a tear lately, and he showed it in game number 1, just out macroing his Terran opponent. Can he do it again in game number 2? Guys, it's the purple player, Snap. XD. Can't forget the XD. It is uber duper important. But Lanfear gonna send out his SCV scout. Snap checking for some proxies. Gonna see if there's any kind of shenanigans. Vindicta's been showing us a lot of good proxy barracks play, as well as Maru. Maru's bringing it back. But nothing yet out of Lanfear. Have you ever seen Lanfear cheese? You've known Lanfear a lot longer than I have.
I have never seen him cheese. I've seen him fake proxy racks. I've seen him do this really funny build where it's like it's not a cheese, but it's a very technical all-in specific to this matchup. It involves sniping the Overlord with your low ground CC.
With your low ground CC, like lifting it up and then
yes,
shoot it. Nice.
Like lifting it up so that your Marines can shoot it.
I approve of this message.
There are other things to this build, but that's the defining feature of it. I think it's a Hero Marines special, to be specific, as to where he got it. I'm not entirely certain.
Found yourself turning it into a planetary and running the Overlord over Canuck. What a rookie. Hey, Overlords can't run me over. I can't fly, nerd. Ha! Got him. Snap having a much easier time getting the third down as his drone won the battle this day. Reaper getting chased away. Interesting that Lanfear sends his Reaper back home immediately after scouting the third. Doesn't try and sniff out any other potential dangers out of Snap. I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of, per se, but, I mean, I don't know. Snap going for Overlord speed. Good for him. Getting it early. Starting to become more of a thing. Ooh. Lanfear, gotta send your factory to the right place, buddy. Come on. Okay, cool. Now, if you were to guess, what do you think Lanfear's starting Pokemon would be if he was to join the Pokemon Rumbles going on in Discord right now?
I would say maybe a Squirtle. It's pretty pretty defensive, pretty standard. I think the type of person that picks a Bulbasaur is a little bit different. It doesn't strike me as a Charmander either. And I think he's more likely a Gen 1 or 2 on selection. I don't think he would pick anything from a later generation than that. So I think Squirtle is about right.
Now, something that I haven't seen in quite a while is this Marauder timing, where you get Marauder slow and some Hellions.
Ooh.
Lanfear mixing it up, pulling out a funky build. I have seen this before. You hit with Hellions, but also with slowing Marauders, because they allow the Queens to not be able to run away. You hit them, and then you
Right.
just target down the queens. I'm liking this so far. Baneling Nest is on the way to be able to help deal with this, but Marauders can tank Baneling so well. And the Marauders getting loaded up into medevac, so this is going to be extra good. There's an armory out even, so we're going to be seeing Hellbats. The Hellions are moving on out, and we're getting ready for this timing. Only 12 things moving out. That is not going to be enough.
Now, Snap did see the armory, so he should have some distant idea of what's coming, but he has almost no reaction time as the Hellions are right on top of the creep at this moment. The medevac is almost here. I imagine he'll be morphing these. There they go.
Guys. Getting ready for this big push. Lanfear with a very superior army supply and an attack advantage too. Marauders moving, and even the Reaper's getting on in 2 queens, instantly going down in Xeno. This is not looking good for Snap.
Yeah, this is a little bit reminiscent of one of Maru's games on this exact map, except Lanfear is getting a lot more damage than Maru was able to, getting all the drones from the third, and a ton of lings. Suddenly, this game is looking like it might be over before it started.
This is absolutely disgusting. Nearly all the Marauders left over. The medevac did die, but 2 backup Hellions came and roasted all the fleeing drones. The Queen's nearly done, and what's left here is going to get destroyed finally from Lanfear, but the Liberator tonight kind of mining the production. The Queen finally going to chase it away, but the Ling's going to
would have liked to see that Liberator go over the Queen instead, as it was almost gone, but all in all, this was a fantastic opener for Lanfear. Hold that thought.
It was.
It was.
But now Lanfear letting tons of lings into his main and natural. Hellions, there's a couple here to be able to deal with this. The losses at first minimal, but now we're going to 10 plus SCVs. Oh, the counter damage. Oh, Dino. It's a disaster. There's still nothing left to clean up the things. Oh,
well,
so
I feel this is like classic Snap gameplay. Take a bunch of damage and then counterattack with lings, and then gain lead from lings.
Like, if Lanfear just raised his depots, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he has mules.
Yeah.
As the old adage goes, right?
Triple CC is good, but I don't know if this is this good, guys. As he took out 16 drones, the return favor was 22 additional SCVs for a total of 23 this game. 72 workers supply to 35. 4 bases. I mean, like, mech's good.
Snap just has so much income now. Like, he was, because of that pressure and how much it secured for him, he was able to get all the way back up to 72 drone economy, and like there's nothing Lanfear can do until he like actually clears the lings, and by that time there's more lings coming out of Snap that he's gonna use to defend anything that doesn't fly.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, Snap may be throwing away his lead because he's really just pressing that Z button and getting solely lings, and in a couple dozen seconds we're going to be seeing Blue Flame Hellions, which are going to deal with this circle for super duper well. Lanfear getting a bit, getting some Cyclones too, nothing really yet to quite deal with the Cyclones. I would like to see just full Hellion production, but I mean, they're able to get off frequent, so now it's just the Bands will never catch this.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Snap... Let me see for a second. Did he see the other... He did see the other factories. Okay.
Yeah, he saw everything.
It's just one of those comps that I don't think I expect out of Lanfear, generally speaking. It's not like I have never seen him play mech, but it's definitely less common than his bio. So I was not expecting this, and maybe there's a little bit of that from Snap. Also, some people maybe just don't have a very distinct reaction to mech. I'm not sure. He has a lot of Banes, and Banes are good against battle mech, provided you have something other than Banes as well, which he doesn't.
You need something to get in the way of the mech so that Banes can actually make connections.
Right.
This kiting is just too much. Oh, don't stop this guy! No! Okay. Well.
Okay, with the Lings, conceivably he can like outflank the mech and create a trap that way, and he is getting some damage here. A good number of SCVs, and reduces the battle mech count quite considerably.
But was it worth it? Because yeah, you took out 18 SCVs, a good bit of battle mech, but you lost like all your banelings, all of your lings.
That's a good question.
And the Terran's still on 3 bases. He still has 3 orbitals. And you're throwing Lings up against Blue Flame Hellions, and the longer this game goes, there's only going to be more and more production here available for Lanfear. Now, I think the one thing for Lanfear is he keeps getting more tech-labbed factories. I don't think he is expecting the Soul Ling Bane response. So he's getting Cyclones in preparation, but it's...
Snap is getting a hive, and he also has a macro hatch. He's getting a number of spine crawlers at this 4th base. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of that is for. But like the 6th base or the 5th base and depending on whether you count the macro hatch.
He's got the surrounds. This is a really nice position.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what you're looking for, baby.
Yeah, I think with that cleanup there in the middle of the map, I would feel good about Snap's position. I would even say he should win this game.
Yeah, Snap just, if you throw enough at them, you're gonna win. That bank for Snap is really, really nice here. He's trying to run away from the Bane train.
Where are they going? Where are they going? That's creep. You can't go that way. Do not enter!
I think they just didn't know where to go. They went in the first direction they saw, and then it kept going to a worse position. The fast transformation for the Hellions has completed, so they'll be able to start getting into Hellbat mode real quick. And hopefully Batman can save the day.
I don't know about that.
But it's Hell Batman, so who knows how reliable he's actually gonna be. He's not from anywhere reliably sourced, that's for sure. Double sensor tower here at Lanfear. I don't know about that one, but cool. Lanfear now going for his 4th base. He's making an orbital, a bold choice. A very bold choice. We are now getting Hydralisk, Adrenal Claws, and Aspire.
I think this orbital is like, he hasn't really seen much that shoots up, so he's just going to lift and fly away and sacrifice SCVs because the game has gotten crazy anyway.
Oh my gosh, 35 banelings at once. Everyone
and he really does need economy.
Avert your eyes of any children that may be watching. If you are not above the age of 18, this many banelings is against the law for minors to be viewing, as well as this many creep tumors that these queens are spreading. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, Lanfear now has a Thor out, and I think he just needs to spamming the alien button otherwise.
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
I don't know. It froze on my end. Were you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
All
well,
right.
Hopefully the players didn't get a freeze.
The mech army's starting to move forward to clear off the 92 creep tumors that were on the map. The Lings are now going to come in for this huge surround, 180, trying to funnel in here. Siege Sync trying to help, but that's just so many Lings and Banes. It doesn't matter. Zerg lives don't matter. They will fight for the swarm. GG, and Snap will overwhelm his opponent to a 2-0 victory.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit yikes.
Canuck is a little low. I can turn myself up. Let's try that.
Snap actually plays on core, so on the rapid fire key discussion, all his keys are on rapid fire.
Rapid.
Well, maybe not all, but all that you would want. Anything that will benefit from rapid fire is on rapid fire.
Okay, guys. While while Xeno gets game number 3 up on rapid fire, I will take this moment to start to talk a little bit about one of our sponsors. Now, I'm going to talk about G Fuel, but before I do our more like official thing for them, I have been given a free trial of some of their stuff in this lovely shaker bottle here with the cool like thing. I'm gonna make some G Fuel and try G Fuel for the first time right in front of you guys. So we gotta fill it up. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, no spills. Oh, a drop. Oh, not on the keyboard. Ling, mop it up. Mop it up with your butt. Mop it up with your butt. It's a plush Ling, so he's got a fluffy.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a cloth butt. Okay. Okay, good. Make sure to get it all in there. Perfect. Got a perfect amount of water. We're gonna come in behind that with some fruit punch. Had it upside down. Fruit punch G Fuel. Oh, that opens up super nicely. Okay. And coming behind that, dump that in there. And now you'll see me in my proper environment as a bartender. And shake it up. Shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it. Pulp it. I redeemed Connect Drinks Maple Syrup 2 streams ago. I did it for you then. I'll do it at... If Lanfear... For every game Lanfear wins, I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright. So... Please don't talk about bars. Talking about being a bartender is not the same thing as talking about bars. Okay. So... Cheers to you guys.
I think you might be muted.
No, I did mute myself while I drank. Oh.
Ah, okay.
It's sugar-free. Okay, there was a taste I couldn't tell, but then it was that non-sugar sweetener. It was good. It's a decent fruit punch. Because, guys, what are you drinking right now? If it isn't G Fuel, then stop drinking it. Because G Fuel is the drink of esports, and anything else isn't worth drinking. G Fuel ramps up your energy from 0 to 100 real fast. It sharpens your focus so that you can keep your eye on the prize, and it also increases your endurance because, as we all know, gaming is a marathon, not a sprint. Lastly, G Fuel hydrates you so that your only thirst is for victory. G Fuel, guys, the official drink of esports and one of our sponsors. Stay hydrated, my friends. Alright. Game number 3. Y'all ready to go? Kiwi strawberry, please? We can do kiwi strawberry next time. Kiwi strawberry next time. Oop. Don't know why that was there, but where's the music at? There we go. Okay. Guys, we're on Purity and Industry, and here on the industrial complex arena of this map, in the orange from Alpha X, it is Lanfear.
And on the top side, in the purple, as a Zerg, it is Snap XD.
With the appropriate Carbot Zergling. You should only use Carbot Zerglings for profile pictures, guys. is the way. This is the way. Okay. I want to see some kind of proxy. And although we're not getting a proxy, we are getting a pool first out of Snap. Nope. Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
it is a 17 pool, so this might just be the hey, I'm ahead, so I should take a safety precaution pool.
Well, there's a lot of potential proxy locations here on this map, and it is hard for Zerg to scout all of it, as there's just so many places to have to check, in so many directions that it's very susceptible to proxies. So probably good idea. Good idea. Fortunately for him, it is not needed, but Lanfear is, after seeing the hatch after the pool, is going to build a CC on the high ground. Smart man, but what? Hold up. Hold the horses. Hold the monkey baboons. We've got a Roach Warren before the 2-minute mark, Zito.
Yeah, I think we might see some Ravagers across the map in about a minute or so, and Lings behind that even.
Oh man. This build haunts my dreams, nightmares, and every other waking sort of, every other sort of sleeping condition.
Well, this queen is supposed to bat away the Reaper. It's not quite in position to do so, but the Reaper is not actually scouting the main at the moment, and I don't think he's actually ever done that with his Reaper. So this might actually be a consistent oversight. Okay, he can see the. I think he saw the Roach.
He did see the Roach. As soon as he saw him, that Reaper yeeted on out. Now the Reapers do seem to just be escorting this drone. This might just be. It's either a 4 or 6 Roach pressure. It's a TvZ build. It's a TvZ pressure where it's just kind of meant to mess with the Terran, get a few worker kills, and keep them from mining off of 2 bases for a while. So
yeah, there's no Ling speed, so I definitely agree with that.
Okay.
He's
I
looking to just get those initial roaches across and establish his third.
Where did I see? I saw this somewhere. I saw someone do this on some stream. I think it was Creighton's stream. Some Zerg went and did it. It was like four roaches, and you just send them across the map, and there's not quite enough to deal with.
Yeah, I think this actually is a really good build choice for this map in particular, because the follow-up is supposed to be mutas. So with the airspace, he has to respect the threat of drops here, and mutas can also retaliate after cleaning up a drop.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Banshees are going to be this play again for Lanfear. Gonna hopefully be able to get a little more damage from this time, but yeah, look at that. It's only at 4:30 that Lanfear's actually going to be able to get his natural on location and start mining at all. So
yeah, he is starting a third right behind that, as he does recognize the economic deficit that you're alluding to. I don't really know how he's going to catch up from here exactly, though. He still has some work to do, I would say, in spite of that.
He needs to just take the island base. That's what he's good. It's the only solution.
Okay. I don't hate it if there is no muta transition. We haven't seen Snap start a lair yet, so I'm not sure where Snap wants to go with it. But given the opener, assuming Snap is playing the rest of the, I feel like he should have taken gas or started his lair if he was going to go into mutas by now. So I'm not really sure where he wants to go.
His lair is just starting. I'm not sure why he was mining so much gas for so long to only start the lair now, but we'll find out eventually. He's building spores to help deal with this Banshee. 4th base getting morphed in. And Lanfear's just going to be chilling, getting the same stuff here. Snapped, I'm sorry, but Lanfear going to be going for mech again. I like it. He's getting Blue Flame first this time, recognizing the Ling Love out of our American Terran here. Out of our American Surge, sorry. Wow, I can't. G Fuel hasn't
He
kicked in
is. He's looking like he's going to play a very heavy Lingbane mid game, with the macro hatch, with the Baneling Nest, and with the fourth now completing. These Banshees are actually going to deny that. I was surprised. I didn't think he would cancel that.
I mean, the Queens were never going to be able to get over there in time. Oh no, one of the Banshees immediately going to go down. Second one going to get away. They don't have Cloak. So there was...
I mean, I feel like they were close enough they could have transfused. I'm not sure.
You can't transfuse a morphing building, though.
It was almost done.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It was almost done. I don't know. I like it. Good denial. And yeah, no.
Yeah, sure. He needs that. He definitely needs that. And maybe that's why he cancels. Maybe he's like, well, I'm ahead. It doesn't matter. Just cancel it. Save myself some headache.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be getting Hydras as the follow-up. No mutas as there was no fourth gas taken. He has taken the gases now at his third base. I don't know what it is about Zergs and not wanting to take the second gas in their main, but that seems to be like this unwritten rule of Zerg that you're not allowed to take two gases in your main. That's just not allowed. If you are...
Well, I think most Zerg builds are three, or most ground-based Zerg builds are 3 gas, right? So, it's like, well, if we take our second and third gas at our natural, then it's harder for our opponent to scout whether or not we are on 3 or 4 gas. And 4 gas is like, I don't know, something muta-ish, something, what else is tech heavy? I'm not sure. Infestors.
Zerg doesn't have tech. They build the same 3 units every game in Mass. That's it. That is the way Zerg. Cap. Just kidding, everyone. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised we haven't seen Mutalisk, but I am a big fan of Mutalisk. But what I also am a big fan of is 32 Banelings at once. All we need now is Burrow, and Lanfear showing up in a Showmatch is complete. Oh, got him. For those of you confused about what I'm talking about, go use the, what is it, exclamation point Sun Lily in the Alpha X Discord. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16 drones thrown in here. Lanfear, the reality makes an interesting point. Lanfear loves to get his quick Thors, but oh my gosh, look at how many tanks that is, guys. That is 7 tanks and a Thor. You gotta be careful there. A lot of Zerglings coming in for a run by though, so it's gonna chase the army back home, but 2 Thors at a time. Not going to the Mass Hellions, just going to Mass Thor. I don't hate it, because Thors are good units, but I don't know. I feel like he needs more Hellions.
Yeah, this is a very short map in some respects. So, like, if he wants to make a push on 3 bases with Siege Tank Thor, like, that's a lot of early DPS that is just not going to be answered. I feel like he should be going if he's going to do that. He does have a 4th that is floating out to location, so maybe he wants to play something a little bit longer, but oh, he's even making a 5th base. Okay. Huh.
I'm praying that that 5th base is for the island, because there's currently nothing that could punish that at all. I'd have to make some kind of additional unit or building.
Well, I don't know. I feel like the island technically belongs to the Zerg because of Nidus. I feel like he really has to like do something on 3 or 4 bases, and he may not get a chance to, as the Lings are nibbling at these SCVs, nibbling on this wall, and the army is not anywhere in sight. It's actually going for the counterattack as they move so slow, they really can't come back for this.
Yeah.
They were already here.
Lanfear knocking on the door of the Zerg. Low in worker count, but army supply is pretty even. Ling's trying to run in. With that many tanks and Thors, they are not going to get very far. So many giving their lives up for just a couple of Thors here, finally. It's looking like Lanfear's eventually going to get cleaned up. And that looks like it's going to be it again. 42 workers going down. Everything getting breached. There is no safe place for the Terran hearts and families on this industrial map. They will be this map will be purified of all Terran lives very shortly.
SCV lives matter. Oh no!
Not according to Snap XD. He is not afraid to snap their drilling claws into pieces. Now a Spire getting put down. Snap not taking any chances here. Lanfear trying to just hold on for dear life, but look at the supply, man.
Yeah, creep on the sensor tower. He has less SCVs than can possibly mine a single base.
There are as many larvae as there are SCVs. Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Falmir saying, would you say the tech switch is inspired? Because there's a spire. Get it? Get it? Alrighty though, here we go. Hellions trying to make a living for themselves by clearing up creep, but currently in today's economy, the amount of creep that you kill is not the amount of creep creepers you kill does not earn the same amount of minerals as it once did. This meager mech force is gonna try and make it happen, but making it work does not seem to be the flavor of the day. Stuff is just giving their lives to them though. These queens not meant for this world. Will be purified, but here comes the main Zerg.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was a really weird opener that Lanfear had to handle at the start, and I didn't mind the direction he tried to take it after the fact, but he just really took a while to get his push together, and by then he was having to fight a battle on two fronts, and I think Snap has an advantage if he's like not having to micro his lings too much on the aggression and can focus on that surround defending. It's relatively straightforward, I think.
GG guys, Snap XD gonna take game number 3 and put things on match point. This best of 7's going a little bit quicker than we anticipated.
Yeah.
But hey, that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Guys, Lanfear, maybe he's tired. He's been doing a lot. I bet he's been having to work extra hard here with all the crazy stuff that's going on in the world. Him as a paramedic or some medical personnel. He works there.
Yeah, he works as a paramedic and nurse. So, what exactly that entails, I'm not certain, but I can't imagine he's getting much sleep right recently.
I highly doubt it. Bib's asking what MMR these players. Falmir is pretty much correct. D1 and M3 are their borders. However, Lanfear's current MMR is in the D1 range, so it's pretty close. D1 for both is pretty accurate. But yeah, I think Lanfear's got to pull it out in here. Lanfear is my dad, says reality. Falmir saying, bro, Lanfear is my dad's dad. Okay.
So is Falmir saying that he's reality's son?
Huh. Ah. Daddy! You're not my dad! Falmir says yes. And reality says, So what you're saying is there's a chance. That's what you're saying, right? Alright, Lanfear's ready. He's ready to rock and rumble. Good looks from mom's side. Oof. Poor reality. Just because he's ugly doesn't mean you gotta tell him.
Oof.
Ah, come on. It was right there.
It was. It was.
And what can he do about it? He's only in chat. Just kidding, reality. Love you. Lieutenant Maple Moose also loves you. He says hi. Oh, wow. He really messes with my green screen. Holy cow. We know who does it. Watson. My Zergling. It's a good time. Okay. Guys. Game 4. Get ready. Get pumped. Get hyped. This could be the end. Power abuse. I'd never abuse power that I wasn't supposed to abuse. All 3 of you are banned from the forehead Carbot Zergling server. Ha! I'll just make I'll just make a new one that's even more four-headed. Alrighty, guys. Let Zeno introduce our first player to you.
Spawning in the right has the Orange Terran for Alpha X for Michigan. It is Lanfear.
And his opponent in the bottom left part of Zan. Everyone take a deep breath as you think about what the meaning of StarCraft is. And then realize that it's about this man here, the Green Zerg Snap XD. Going for a 15-14. What's the proper name for the 15-14?
Yes, 15-14 is
15.
what you're looking for.
That is the name of the game. This 15-14 here, Lanfear's gonna see this. Snap just squeaking out as many drones as he can with the extractor trick, but then he's gonna come in and see it. Oh my, you're already mining gas, are you? Oh my, that's a very fast spawning pool, that is. Fast relatively.
You know, that's the strange thing though, is this is not really an opener that shows up in this matchup a whole lot. For a number of little reasons. Largely that a Ling Flood is not super effective against Terran at that stage. Like, you can just make 6 Lings off of 16 pool and cancel the CC, and it will accomplish almost the same thing. So, I've seen him do this before in this matchup, and maybe it has the added element of surprise in some sense. And I don't think Lanfear knows what he's looking at, actually.
Nope. I would agree, as he actually skipped the Reaper to just go straight for the reactor. And built the CC on the low ground. He's just going to immediately cancel it, probably build it up top here very soon. There we go. Lings are going to try and start to nibble away, but with no gas production, not going to get this thing bust here. And Snap's actually just going to throw away a lot of these Lings, give their lives for ire, but as Zerg, that is not the most effective thing to be doing, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, it's curious, because, like, I feel like this opener went about as well as Snap could expect. Like, he got the CC cancelled, and it's not like Lanfear did anything special to defend. So I'm curious where he wants to take this, because, like, I don't know, it feels a little bit underwhelming or something.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, it is forcing extra SCVs on this, or extra depots as kind of a secondary wall here. Maybe Lanfear is anticipating a Baneling follow-up? But I don't see a Baneling Nest, so...
No, Snap just starting gas mining again. And it's looking like, yeah, it's just going to be normal macro droning here for Mr. Snap XD. Lanfear going for double medevac drop. Just full of Marines here. Maybe going to be able to get a Hellion out for this, but going to try and put some counter pressure on himself.
I feel like, at the very least, whatever build Lanfear had in mind when he selected this map is like all mangled now.
Yeah. Actually, it may play out just fine. Lanfear's getting an armory, which with the double medevac production right there, I do think we're going to be getting a Hellbat timing potentially here. The Marines are going to head out in these medevacs, but I think we're going to be seeing all the Hellions that he's making follow up pretty soon and get aggressive.
10 Marines is a little bit of a, I don't know, funny number to see right now. Like, normally, you have, like, there's the 2-on-1. It will hit at about the same-ish time with 6 more Marines, right? But he definitely did not set up for a 2-on-1 in the slightest. He got some Overlords. I mean, it's almost like, hey, I'm not going to invest in another Rax, but I'm still going to be able to put on almost as much because I'm going to skip the Reaper, which gives me the extra production time to get that extra pair of, what did it call it? Marines.
Yeah. I mean, here we go again. So now the Terran Army's coming back. Baneling Nest only just finishing, but it may just be the perfect time. The Hellbats are morphing, the Marines are joining, and the 3 medevacs are ready to heal. Similar to game 2, but without the Marauders. This is very scary. The Baneling's only now morphing. Lanfear might be able to get on top of these bad boys. I think he's trying to get a wraparound.
Yeah, I'd like him to pick up a Hellbat and drop it directly on those. But he's not going to get the opportunity for the complete. But he does split, and that was fantastic. This game is looking good again, like Everdream.
Gorgeous splits out of Lanfear, and he's going to immediately toast and roast and put between some graham crackers. 16 drones. Third hatchery going to go down. Lanfear getting more production behind this as well as a third CC. And Snap this time does not have the amount of Lings to be able to do the same kind of counterattack and clean this up. After cleaning this up, which he might not even be able to do. Liberator in a fantastic position. We're not going to be able to take that out. Drones are going to be going down. Baneling's going to run through and kill just a couple of stuff. Not enough here. The army supply for Lanfear is just too dang good. The drones have to be evacuated down to natural, and there's nothing that can stop Lanfear. Here's Zeno.
Yeah, that was a much better positioning on the Liberator this time and was able to help support the kill on both of those remaining Queens and provide a safety zone for his Marines and Hellbats. And, I mean, the Zerg is down to 1 base at 7 minutes.
Not exactly what you usually see in a game like this, but Snap just didn't have stuff. In this whole series, he's always had an overwhelming number of Zerglings that have been able to eventually clean up everything that Lanfear throws at him, but this time he just didn't have the larva. If you look at the mineral bank, he's got the money, but he just hasn't had the production in this game. Here comes Lanfear's force to finish the job. Lanfear says, no, you're not borrowing me. For my people, I will win. Whoever's people are, but he is now moving into the final base. The macro hatch going down. GG, and Lanfear stays alive.
We have a series on our hands.
It's not going to be an absolute demolition derby, but instead a bit of a longer lasting situation. But like I promised you, Falmir, every time Lanfear wins, the maple syrup will be sipped. I am gonna soon need to go and get myself a new bottle of maple syrup, because I'm nearly out of this one. I don't know how I feel about having drank nearly this whole thing. I feel like that says some things about me. What those things are, I don't know if I want to know, but they definitely say something.
You are Canadian?
But what does that mean? Alrighty, and
I cannot help you with that as you have not finished your presentation on the origins of maple syrup.
I have finished. The script is done. I just need to actually make the slideshow part of the presentation. It's so close. We're so close, guys, to it happening. Quickly, while we have a moment, I do want to give our last shout out to F-Bomb. They are a line of low-carb, high-fat foods to help you live a healthier life. They research, test, taste, and source the highest quality ingredients and put them into custom-made packages. Thanks to F-Bomb products and their unique packaging, finding tasty, high-quality fat options at home. Oh, no, I have to restart because I don't have their logo on here. Oh, freak. Okay, hold on, guys. It's time to give another shout-out to our amazing sponsor, F-Bomb. They are a line of low-carb, high-fat foods to help you live a healthier life. They research, test, taste, and source the highest quality ingredients and put them into custom-made packages. Thanks to F-Bomb products and their unique packaging, finding tasty, high-quality fat options at home or on the go is no longer a challenge. Whether you're at work, at the gym, on a hike, or traveling the world, you'll want to be sporting F-Bombs. Blammo! Okay, we're ready. Sorry. Send me the invite again. Actually, we're already in the game without you. Surprise.
It seems the dogs are very enthusiastic about your sponsors.
Yes.
Well,
I mean,
they keep talking every time you give one.
I'm sure. Well, they know greatness when they hear about it. Plus,
Yeah,
you have awesome dogs. How has Bo been? How has he been lately? Has he truly adjusted yet to life amongst the Xenodactyl clan?
He has decided that now that everyone is on lockdown and cannot leave the house, to take this in the most literal of fashions and bring the poo inside.
Oh man, how did he even figure that out? Why did he even think to do that? That's what I want to know. Where did that even come from?
I don't know, but Dad's been upset with him about it.
I would be too. I would be too. But who I'm not upset with is this guy right here in the bottom right of Simulacrum leg exercises. Give it up, guys, for the Orange Terran keeping himself alive last game. It's Lanfear.
And to the top left, as the purple Zerg from the west, it is Snap XD.
Okay. So Snap going for the 16 hatch this time. Oh my.
It's a sign.
It's a sign. It's the most incredible tell of the strat he's gonna go. Yeah. Okay. Lanfear.
In all honesty, I get the impression that he just didn't want to get hatch blocked and or didn't care to be exact.
Okay, Lanfear scouting. Now, Lanfear's not seeming like he knows the proper way to play Terran as Blizzard intended by building your buildings anywhere on the map. Apparently didn't read that that set of patch notes, but that's okay.
I mean, he all we're seeing here is that he did not download the Maru patch into his subroutines. That's fine. He can run on See, I was going to say he can run on TY software, but TY also proxies insane. um,
Guys, just play like Maru. Like, come on. Just play like Maru.
this drone will definitely win this battle. And... Huh.
The drone
the Reaper,
prepping for the Reaper. He's just like, I'm not even gonna try and be in position. I'm just gonna be ready on the next reactor.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money for it yet, so there he goes. As he gets the money, the Lings are here to escort the Reaper away.
Actually,
good awareness.
The real story is that drone was addicted to Vespian gas, inhaling it. Like, he's addicted, and so he was told, "Hey, go make a hatchery," and he's like, all right, bruh. But 1 second, I gotta get one more puff before I do it." And then he took like 5, and then eventually the Reaper showed up, and he's like, "Well, now I can't do it now." So he got to take another 10, and then he's like, "Okay, no." That's the story, guys. In case you were wondering.
So what's going to happen as the result is that in the outcome of the game, somewhere that hatch will die.
Somewhere that hatch will die. This hatch did things you shouldn't do, guys. Vespian gas, not even once. Not even once. Okay, so now we're seeing the Hellions. Oh, and we're gonna get the Marauder Hellion push again. Excellent. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Lanfear. It worked in game 2, but then he's like, oh crap, the Ling's got across, and then killed me. But this time he's gonna be prepared. Simulacrum has a longer rush distance, so he'll have more time before the Lings get across. Secondly, he'll know that he needs to get the wall up because he'll know what's coming. The Overlord gonna come in and see the Marauders though, so he knows what's gonna happen.
He also saw the armory, so there's no surprise at this point.
And there you see it, 14 Lings. There's no Baneling Nest, no one's started, so it's gonna be just Lings and Queens. Armory not quite done, but Lanfear's deciding now's the time to jump and bounce. Gonna get a couple of drones.
I kind of agree with this. He knows that he's been spotted, and he's making the best that he can, but he only gets 3 drones. And I mean, I guess you can say that all these Lings that he forced is something. It's not drones, but
I don't not hate it. but
I'm not sure what to make of your statement there.
Exactly. I say that. I say what I mean, and I mean what I speak. And also what I
Okay, now that's just bothering me.
Okay, now the Baneling Nest. I mean, I wouldn't... I feel like you should have at least waited for the army. I feel like... I guess he didn't know that there wasn't a Baneling Nest, but without knowing how many drones were actually at the third base, because there were no drones at the natural. There was actually... If there were drones at the natural... I mean, at the third base, I'd say, yeah, the dive was great. Maybe if he'd even tried to dive at the third, if he was going to suicide the Hellions, go to the natural, at least you know there's drones there. But I don't know how I like that.
I hear what you're saying. I just don't see how he's supposed to make that read.
I don't know either, but...
And also, there's also this sense of, like he already used this build, and it's not the kind of build you can use over and over and over again. So, in some sense, there's this feeling, accurate or not, but this feeling that, oh, he knows what's coming, I need to go now.
That is a lot of queens.
That is a lot of queens out of position.
Shift
out here, and oh, if those banelings hadn't been there, that would have been a gorgeous time to dive on the natural. But Ling's gonna get us around, but that's so many Hellbats, or oh, they're Hellions right now. Marauder's gonna get cleaned up, but not gonna be able to move forward without baneling speed. Those banelings are useless piles of acidic mush.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate for Lanfear that he lost the medevac. And I think in this particular position, as he's retreating, if he still had the medevac, he could have picked up 4 Hellions, darted into the main with that, and then re-engaged with his main force back onto the Lingbane as the queens are kind of waddling around, figuring out where they should be defending. But alas, no medevac means has to retreat, and oh well.
Yeah, that is a lot of purple on the map right now, guys. If you look at that, the creep spread doing very, very well this game. And Snap is just getting into his comfort zone. He's going to be above 80 drones here in a second. He's just starting to press that C key, squeak out some control discs. And in a very comfy spot. Lanfear going for mech. His economy always seems to struggle in this. I feel like he never has. He's able to put out the production he needs to go toe to toe with Snap's army in these games.
Okay.
Except for game 4, which Snap got punished for the Ling rush. As he tried to catch up in where he wants to be economically. But I just like it's been Snap's had so many more workers on so many more bases for so long. Just
I feel like that's almost a sign of not getting enough damage in the like early to mid game. It's like a lot of playing against Zergs feels like your whole objective is to slow the Zerg down so that you can get somewhere useful, whatever that means, whatever race you're playing. And these Hydra Ling are going to deny or kill this 4th base. Yikes.
no bueno here, guys. This has
And I guess that's kind of losing that 4th is a sign of what you're saying, right? Like, he can't establish his economy, so he can't get somewhere that is useful in that later stage.
yeah. Lanfear's got to start going for some 3 base all-ins. He's getting a lot more Hellions this game. I'm liking this choice. He's recognizing the very Lingbane Hydra heavy style, which means you don't need as many side lanes. Bonus damage that Hellions and Hellbats get versus Lights is good. Here he's able to clean this up. All the Hydras going to go down. Banelings. Very good connections considering.
That wasn't bad for Lanfear. This might be a little bit of a pushback that he can find. Perhaps get a base off of this if. There's a lot of creep though. Okay, so one of the things that has been. I would say on the field since really Scarlet pushed the ZVT ages ago was that there's almost a sense that for Zerg, creep can be a win condition. You can get so much creep that there's no way you can actually push into the Zerg economy on a domineering, threatening position and not get flanked.
Yeah. Well, and if we look at this, Lanfear's army is in a sandwich, and it is the meaty metal of this Baneling drill.
Well done. Well.
Yep.
There goes that army.
Yep. I ain't saying it's over. I ain't saying there isn't a chance. But I'm kind of saying there isn't a chance here, guys. Though, the one upgrade that could save Snap Of course, high-sec auto-tracking, the one upgrade that Terrans must have in order to truly win. If you do not get high-sec auto-tracking, you cannot claim victory. But here comes the potential killing blow. Might hit before high-sec auto-tracking one does, and yeah, those things having a piece on this. These Hydras coming in. The Cyclones and Hellions trying to do what they can, but that's just so much surge.
Red chat. Oh wow, Ling's even getting into the natural on top of this.
Oh, Snap just everywhere right now, finding the holes and the weaknesses in Lanfear's armor, showing that Lings are everyone's worst nightmare. There's going to be Lings that deny this 4th base, and Lanfear is going to be in so much trouble. Down 101 supply. The income advantage is above 3,000. Power levels over 3,000.
I mean, there is no lane for Lanfear to move across the map. Where is he supposed to go? Along this, even if he goes to this top right hand side and goes over the top, there's Lings on that pathway.
Yep. If I showed you guys Lanfear's vision, it's nearly the same thing as just looking at the normal minimap. It's disgusting. This is what you gotta do to make Zerg powerful if you're a Zerg player. And finally, we do have Broodlords on the map, just 3 for now, as Snap is maxed out. And he's just gonna wait for them to flap their way over.
Flap, 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 flap.
Flap, flap. And yeah, bye-bye tanks. Oh, it's so unfortunate. Lanfear putting
These tanks are much too late. He built these tanks for the mid game when it was still like Lingbane, Hydra mostly. But with these Broodlords out, really he wants Thors, and do you see any?
There.
He has one in production.
3 in production technically, but I mean, I don't think Snap realizes how far ahead he is. Otherwise, he would just hit the A move on anywhere on the minimap and get the GG.
Snap, I think sometimes he plays to not lose as opposed to play to win, because I think he has some like concerns about throwing. I wish I can understand.
Oh yeah.
This was a nice pick off.
Deny the 4th again. The Ling run by gonna come in, sneak through the natural. Thors are here. Be able to try and help deal with that, but that's just so many more and more. Zerg when he's going down. The creep is nearly able to deny the 4th base from going down. Just gonna rebuild it on location. A bold choice. And Snap just gonna build 10 more, casual 10 more Broodlords. No big deal.
Yeah, I mean, really, Snap is in such a commanding position. Is just like, okay, well, Lanfear's trying. He's getting an army. He's clearing creep. These are good things. I just don't see him actually doing something with this.
Yeah. I mean, that's 13 Broodlords. 3 Thors are not enough. That is not going to be good enough. The Hydra's getting through, chewing through these Hellbats. The upgrades are decent for Lanfear, but Snap just has too much. Able to chase away a lot of this armor. 13 Broodlords getting a Viper. Needs to be getting some
The Viper is... with some Vipers, that's a closing comp, really. He can yoink the tanks and Thors into the Zerg, and or Blinding Cloud if he really wants.
If he really wants to flex, yeah.
I feel like yoinks are more fun, though.
The best is
They're
when
more
2
comical.
Vipers. The best is when 2 Vipers yoink each other, but yeah.
Yeah.
Broodlord is here. Thor's gonna try and put in our work. The Hellbat's trying to defend. That's so much action.
Not quite sure this is the fight that Zurich wants to be taking. It's an awkward choke. He might just have too much anyway? Question mark? Okay, there's the
Well played, ladies and gentlemen. Snap XD is going to be your champion of the show match, 4-1.
Alrighty. Well, don't forget to use the Matcherino codes. Yeah.
Guys.
This has been another TvZ from Lanfear. This time he played against Snap, and it was a little bit one-sided, but not a complete sweep. So I think both of those Hellion or Hellbat games, or the first two, I should say, were like Lanfear's game to win. He just let Lings in on one of them, so it could have been a little bit closer. There was potential. In any case, really good play coming out of Snap, and just those Lings everywhere, every time. All right. Any closing thoughts, Connect?
1 sec. Lanfear just messaged me. Closing thoughts. Guys, thanks for watching. It was fun. It was great to finally get to cast again with you, Xeno. And I'm happy that I was able to get to cast a legendary Lanfear show match. It's there's been, of the days of old, of yonder, of the OG members before the days of Alpha X, that cheered on Lanfear in show matches, and it's cool to see that he's still bringing it out. He may not always win, but he's still bringing it out. Thanks again to our sponsors, F-Bomb and G Fuel, and as always, thanks to everyone for watching. Hope it was entertaining, and that's gonna be it for me. Unless you got anything else to add, we will find someone to raid.
I think that's about it.
Sweet. Until next time, guys, good night, good luck, and have fun as usual. And now let's find someone to raid. If you have a suggestion, let me know.
Let's see here.
Oh, we could do Culturin, because he's casting Cham versus Vindicta right now in the Pizza Pie.
Sounds good. Perfect.
So yeah, we'll go raid that.
Cool.
Okay, guys, get ready. Go cheer on our homeboy. Vindicta. Get him to win. Get him a pizza. Boy. And it has been sent.